Hi, JC here, and I'm going to give a long video tonight called No Quests, What to Do. So if you're anything like me and a bit of a completionist, you've probably already collected all your stars, Dews of Inspiration, and lore. You can double check these on your map and in your compendium. Now, if you haven't actually already reached 100% on those, the Peer Pal guide down here has a handy map which has nodes for all of them and can actually integrate with your game and track quite a few things. And that beta map has been updated to include Fireworks and Serenity Islands. Your factions, if you didn't complete them up to S ranked as you went, you can make sure you have tidied all of those up to their highest possible level and gotten all their rewards. As you can see, these are ones that we have already done. Mirror Crown, we just had a new Pinnacle contest launch. It was one of the easier ones. I will be pushing out a bit of an outfit suggestion help guide and your basic one if you haven't already polished those off. So now we get down into some of the more meaty sections. So of course there is crafting, so much crafting. Now I've actually finished all my miracles, and most of your miracles will also require a duplicate. So if you don't have crosses under them, you could still craft their duplicate. Same with ability outfits, stylish outfits. Most Euro pieces you cannot duplicate craft. They are one and done. Whim fragrances, if you have any of those left. And you can see I haven't actually tidied off all my Momo cloaks. I'm fairly happy with the ones I've got. I may get round to it before the next content patch. Otherwise, it'll be there for another rainy day if we have another quiet time. And I'll just quickly interject with what might be a bit of a shameless plug. If you are focusing on collecting your different Eurekas, I do have a handy dandy tracking spreadsheet that includes some great lookups that are just a little bit useful in looking at the different versions of what you've got, how you've collected it. I sort of do track it just for knowing what I've got spare to use. I'm mostly just doing the Eureka upgrades when they come up in the daily tasks, but at least if I've got a spreadsheet, I know where I'm at with them. Now, one of those things is if you've already done your stars and dews, you may be like me and getting a bit low on materials if you don't tend to run around for hours every night. If you haven't, I do suggest you collect as you go to bounce up your materials. You can see here some of these things I have run out of and have had to collect to craft, which I don't mind doing. I'm probably not going to do dedicated material gathering. But one of the bonuses is you can finish off these little spikes in your profession shards if you're doing that every day without spending vitality on them. I'm just going to let them go naturally myself and collect those when I actually get to it. Where I'm going to be focusing over the next week or so is in courses. So you do have some achievements that can give you diamonds. Um, some scary ones in here. I actually did like 7 attempts at this the other night and kept failing right at the last segment of it. It's actually a truly hard one. Um, I will get back to that. I didn't try that one yet. But there is some Eureka Realm courses. Traveling, remember jump on your bike when you can. Trials of Bravery is your Realm of the Dark. So these ones will be to clear the different trials without taking damage. And you will also have your Eureka Realms. Now, these will be from just completing it to completing it with a particular time or completing it a number of times. So I still actually have quite a few in here to do. Now, one of the things with both the Eureka Realm and the Realm of the Dark is you do not need to collect your realm rewards. So if we come into here and we actually do one, and I will look for one I haven't done yet. I might do Quentin Formonius. So if I challenge it on this side, and I will probably just fast forward through this. Okay, so that wasn't my smoothest run ever. So once you've completed your trial and you come out the other end, you can exchange vitality for rewards, but if you're doing it for the courses and the achievements, you can actually just hit exit. It will give you the record. It will give you any achievements in your courses that you need to grab, and it won't cost you any vitality. So you don't need to give up collecting shiny bubbles or collecting crafting materials for the vitality just to polish off these realm achievements and to pick up these little drips of diamonds. So one of my goals in the next week will be to polish off my realm challenges, both my Eureka and Realm of the Dark. Particularly with the 1.5 update and glow ups leaning into evolution variants. Glowing up is one of my major focuses right now. I still have quite a few to tidy off there. I'm actually spending most of my vitality at the moment on shiny bubbles, etc. I tend to try and keep about 10,000 in reserve for the next Mirror Crown so I can finish off anything in there that I need to finish off. I've already finished off this Mirror Crown, so I have a couple of weeks up my sleeve. Of course, you can always also play around with dyeing schemes, making new pretty versions of outfits. At the moment, with our interactive features disabled, I don't think we can share the lookbooks, but at least you can dye them up, save them up, ready for when that all comes back online. I will also mention at the moment we do have a limited time dyeing crystal consumption event. Now, I sort of did the math. I'm going to go for the consumption. Even though this may seem me a bit thin on crystals for new outfits, when new outfits are released to dye, I am hoping that there'll be a fair few in event rewards, particularly of these radiant prisms, which you don't get very many of as a free player. Hopefully they do adjust that rate a little bit. But if you're a cash player, definitely go this consumption event and polish it up before the time runs out, because they're just free crystals for you. As a free player, definitely make sure you do your rainbow and luminous prisms. They come in at a fairly good rate as a free player. Um, so using those up and getting those extra sort of third in the rewards here has no downside. Probably decide for yourself whether you're going to go for the radiant prisms or not. They do come in really slowly as a free player. You should have enough to finish it off, but it will see you thin. Um, I'm going to go for it because it's 30% almost, or 18 for 50. Um, it's going to add up to more in the long run, and I'm just spending them targeted on outfits and dyes that I like, um, and see how I go. Last but not least is your custom ability outfits. So I've already done some. For instance, my motorbike. I really, really looked forward to this just to change this one outfit, because the cowboy biker really wasn't me. But another thing that I like is you can actually set it to prioritize whatever outfit you're currently wearing. So I've done that on a few of them as well. So here with your Momo shrinking outfit, you can be miniature on his back in whatever you're currently wearing. I love putting Momo in the wheelbarrow. It's really cute. Um, I'm in love with the panda cloak too. If you've watched any of my videos, you've probably heard me rave about it before. Personally, I've sort of done a few of my outfits. Most of them I've stuck pretty close to theme, using items that came out of that outfit. I wasn't that inspired to change them up or annoyed enough at what they had to change them up. I also sort of get a little bit annoyed that if you change color scheme in your outfit and then play with that item elsewhere, it tends to lose its color scheme. So my bug catching one here with the matching hair, I lose that color on the hair all the time and have to go back in, select the dye scheme, come back out and reset it in the ability outfit. I have put that in my survey feedback that it annoys me to tears. Not the smoothest operation there, but these are new features. I am fairly confident that they will fine-tune these over the next few patches. And the small annoyances like that will minimize or disappear, hopefully. So, I think I have covered my full list of out of quest content. What should we do now? Um, so considering there's only a week and a half until our next patch comes out, I severely doubt I'm going to get through my entire to-do list. If you have other things that I didn't cover that you're doing in game, please feel free to leave a comment below. Let us know what you're doing. Um, if you still have quests, I do have some video game guides if you're stuck on photography quests or dressing challenges or the like. And I will be dropping probably a mirror crown outfit suggestion guide as my next video. Well, I hope this was inspiring, informative, or helpful in some way, and I'll see you in my next video.